What's going on, guys? It's Ankit here and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. It seems like a really long time since I've made a video, and I have been really busy with my college, and I moved here to Switzerland in September. I barely had any time to play the game, let alone make a video. But today I want to compare Nimrod to Ultron. And huge shout out to Wade Thrilson. I'll leave the link to his channel down below. He just made a video of rank 3 Nimrod versus a lot of different Act 6 and Act 7 mutant bosses. And I just want to compare and see, where does Ultron stand in comparison. And I'm gonna get to a disclosure, but you can easily see that Ultron just ripped through this Sabretooth, and he really benefits if the opponent is very aggressive. Anyways, I want to let you guys know that I'm not trying to show that Ultron is far better than Nimrod. If I get Nimrod, and I hope I get him, he will be my next rank 3 in tech. I really want him, actually. I do think he fills certain niches and certain gaps in everybody's rosters. Like, there's a lot he can do. I don't think he is best in everything that he does, but there are certain things, especially against mutants who reduce his ability accuracy. He works really well. Alright, so getting to the video, another fight is down while I was talking and rambling about this. So anyways, you can take a look at the I guess the bigger picture, so to speak, of Nimrod versus all the other mutant bosses. You can find the link down in the description below. But I asked Wade if he would be okay with me comparing Ultron, and he said sure, why not, and I'm really thankful for that. So he told me that he was mainly using the Sentinel synergy, and he was also using some support champions occasionally, so War Machine. I think one of the videos he used of Nick Fury, might be wrong, I don't know. I remember him using Heimdal as well, and I think he had Nick Fury. I think that was either for clearing the path or something. And since we're comparing champions directly, I thought that I'm just gonna take Ultron fully synergized. I'm not running the recoil tree, and I know Wade also doesn't run that. So that's more or less a fair comparison. And I guess you can say that, yeah, Ultron benefits a lot from synergies. That is true, and I think that's what makes him the whole package, or so to speak, because you get a lot of power control. Obviously, you get that extra cauterized duration where he can easily inflict a lot of damage and carry over that passive fury for a long time. And then if you bring War Machine on your team, or you have Modok or whoever, they can do some, they can benefit him as well. So you can already see that Ultron has so far won most of these comparisons, but there will be a couple of fights where I think Nimrod definitely is the better option. If comparing those two directly, I wouldn't even actually use Nimrod there, but since it's a comparison video, we gotta talk about that. So here, both of us used the War Machine pre-fight where we got rid of the cold snap, so that was a benefit. And I think a lot of people think that Ultron is bugged right now. I mean, he is bugged right now, and the thing that the SP3 bug provides a very unfair advantage, realistically, it doesn't. Realistically, you just want to stick to SP2s because they are so much better and they finish the fights way faster. I will be uploading a video in the next 2 days comparing SP3 rotation with the bug or SP2, and you will see that for fights up to 650 or 700k HP, those two rotations do about the same DPS. So practically speaking, Ultron only benefits from that SP3 bug if you're in Abyss or Labyrinth of Legends. Now, this fight I really love because Ultron benefits a lot from aggressive champions, and at the same time Nimrod, he also gets huge advantage if the opponent gains prowess naturally or any kind of regen. So you can see here that on each hit WeaponX gets a regen buff or passive, and Nimrod immediately nullifies it and places a shock on it. I just think that Nimrod's rotation, okay, I don't know exactly how Nimrod works. I will learn him once I get him for sure, but looking at different videos of Wade and Vega and a lot of other people, it looks like Nimrod needs to throw at least 1 or 2 SP1s and then SP2 to get the most out of his kit, and that's where I think Ultron does way better, because he can just control the fight so much easily, and he gets to his damage so quickly, so quickly. All right, so this is where I would say Nimrod is better. Spoiler alert, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Ultron wins this in DPS comparison, but I would actually take Nimrod over. I mean, I wouldn't take either of them because this fight has Spite and I'm not really good at dodging his SP2, which surprisingly I do really well for some reason. But Ultron's functions are immune to ability accuracy, which is great, which makes him almost like Nimrod, except it makes it harder to get openings. You cannot parry well, so that's why I brought in white Magneto synergy, so he gets additional ability accuracy. So the red mag is actually only reducing your ability accuracy by 60%, because he reduces by 70% and he gets 10%. So I land my parries fairly frequently, but Nimrod, on the other hand, he has on paper he has much better advantage over here, because I think it's something, I don't remember how, but I think if you have him above 2 bars of power or something, Magneto is going to gain prowess, and each time that happens, Nimrod is going to nullify it or remove it and replace it with a shock. And I think, again, I'm not sure exactly how that works, but I think it's a passive shock. So here, he threw an SP3. I think he got pushed over by mistake, but it's what I have to compare with, so I'm just gonna stick to that. And over there I ate a heavy and I was like, oh my god, I'm pretty much dead right over here, and luckily I survived that somehow. My regen isn't doing anything because his regen rate is reduced, and right over here I try to go for an intercept and I die. So instead of doing it again, I'm like, yeah, screw it, I'm just gonna revive, edit that out so it looks like it's one fight, or yeah, one edit, whatever, and Ultron ends up winning this. I was surprised, honestly. I thought Nimrod was gonna take the cake, especially because there is Spite, but hey, that power control really comes in clutch. And to anybody who thinks who underestimates Ultron, man, I'm really sorry, but he is a pretty good champion. Okay, if you talk about Alliance War or mostly the Alliance War comparison, I would say Nimrod any day, because you don't need to bring in the Hulkbuster synergy. If you talk about questing, Hulkbuster can pull his own. When I was doing these videos, 75% of the path I did with Hulkbuster alone, and he can handle himself. Excuse me. And he does really well with the team. He's not like a drag, he's not like Sinister or Modok that you need to bring in. But yeah, even in Alliance quests or event quests or regular questing, I would take Ultron over Nimrod any day. But if it's a situation where spots are limited on your team and you really need to bring that one champion that can handle everything overall, that would be Nimrod. So for instance, if you go back to, I'm not sure if I would stick with Nimrod, but if you go back to Summer of Pain, where there was week 9, there was Emma, Ghost, and Grandmaster, I think I would still stick to Ultron. But if it was only that Emma week, easily, Nimrod easily is the best option over there. And again, this doesn't mean, just because Nimrod is a mutant destroyer, it doesn't mean that he is automatically the best option against all mutants. That's not really true. Ultron does better in some situations. I mean, there are other tech champions who do better as well, but just for this comparison, I think Ultron does better. But right over here, White Magneto gets a prowess on every hit or every other hit. He doesn't have shock resistance or resistance, so Nimrod is obviously going to do much better over here, and he's easily going to take the cake. I'm just going to slow down that video and let Ultron finish this. Also, you might notice that I'm trying to hold my block. It's because I don't know how to dex his SP1 reliably, so I popped on the War Machine pre-fight where you increase your energy resistance based on armor, and you know, it actually worked really well. You can see there I'm only taking 150 parry damage, which is surprisingly low. I mean, we'll see over there I took 700 medium block damage, so that's block damage, that's not parry damage, and that synergy is really great. I was actually surprised looking at that. Okay, so here we have the Platinumpool boss. It's an annoying one, you know. Who would I say is the best option here? I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, of course, you can play ball with the node, and it takes about 3 minutes. So both of these end up finishing the fight in about the same time. I think Nimrod is better, but if you parry much more often, Nimrod should have finished this fight faster. Like, he could have finished this fight about 20-25% faster, because you see those SP2s, all of those shocks are passive. Now again, I don't really know if he needs to throw those SP1s to get that ramp up or get the max damage out of his rotation. So I'm just gonna speak as I look at it. If you throw a lot of, if you parry a lot, you're gonna get a lot of those charges up. You need 10 of those, and I guess even if you don't, well, yeah, I mean, even if you don't get the degen, he regens, you can just convert it to shock. But obviously, if you're comparing it to another champion, you do want to finish the fight faster. So yeah, and Ultron is like really great because all of his critical hits are gonna place a debuff. Whenever Platinumpool throws a special, he's gonna be power locked, which is a debuff. I mean, he's not gonna be power locked, but he's gonna get that debuff. I guess champions who have a lot of passive damage, they would really do well over here, like a ramped up Mojo, or I don't know. I mean, yeah, so this is just a long fight. By the way, Wade's video was around 30 minutes long. It was just under 30 minutes. It's like 29 minutes and 30-40 seconds or something like that. And Ultron finishes all of these in under 17 minutes. Less than 17 actually. Well, less than or around 16. But anyway, so he takes only half as much time to finish all of these fights, whereas Nimrod takes almost twice as much. Now, I've also heard that Nimrod needs his dupe. He needs at least that SIG 20, just that awakening, because it adds a lot of potency and it gives him more armor ups for the ramp up or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I guess if that really improves his damage, I guess it would make it that Nimrod takes about 30% longer instead of 50%, instead of wait, I'm forgetting my math. Instead of saying that he takes twice as long, it would be like maybe he takes only 60 or 50% longer at SIG 200 compared to Ultron, at least. Okay, this is an easy fight for Ultron and for Nimrod as well. It's just that I think Wade loses his combo or something happens and he instantly regenerates. So Lazarus, if you don't know, the opponent starts with 5 regen charges, which regenerate 20% HP per charge, and you can remove those charges by having a combo of 100. So for every 20 you remove 1. But with Ultron you don't need to worry about that, since you almost always have that passive heal block on him, so that won't matter. I don't remember if Nimrod has a heal block, but I do see that he takes a lot of time. Like Nimrod takes quite a while to finish this fight, and I think one of the mistake was because he lost the combo. But yeah, no surprises here. Ultron wins that, and this is my favorite fight of this comparison. Man, Ultron, I didn't think, I was really scared about this fight. Okay, I got lucky a little bit. I was really scared about this fight because I know Nimrod is so much better, and if you ask me, even with full synergies versus Nimrod alone, I would easily take Nimrod over Ultron in this situation. But the way Ultron handled this fight, I guess he also got a bit lucky at the end, which you will see. But man, can he dish out so much damage in such a short amount of time. Look at that. Nimrod barely has him under 90%. Barely has him at 90%. I think that's like 93, 94%. And Ultron is almost done over here. Alright guys, so let me know what you think about this comparison. I'll catch you later.